Hey guys, Sean Style Studios back again. It's Alex.
And it's me, Noah.
And we are here with your Hell in a Cell pay-per-view review. Pay-per-view was just last night. Boy. Talk about a show that had us pretty excited just for like a few matches and a night that ended with disappointment.
Yeah, it started with with highs and it kind of left you feeling low.
Yes. Well, we started things off with a 2 out of 3 falls match for the Intercontinental title between Ziggler and Cesaro. Fantastic match. I mean, this was an awesome way to start the show. I mean, these guys, first of all, they started by wrestling.
Yay!
It was awesome. Just great chemistry. I mean, these guys were naturally, just really worked perfectly together, I thought.
Yeah, their styles obviously mesh really well. And Ziggler's such an athlete that using Cesaro as like his base,
yeah,
it's just it worked perfectly.
Yeah, really enjoyed this match. I thought the story of it was like Cesaro just throwing everything he had, and Ziggler just being such a great fighter, just fighting back through everything that Cesaro had. Quick fall for the first one, kind of like Cesaro got cocky and got one put over on him.
I really, personally, I loved this. The first fall.
Yeah.
Cesaro is going for what looked, I think it was a schoolboy.
No, he went for the big swing.
Not a schoolboy, but he had him in a, it was a pin. He had him in a pin. It was a small package, and then Ziggler kicks out, and so when Cesaro goes to roll off, he snags his leg and hooks it, and 1, 2,
beautiful.
3.
Oh, it's just a very, very quick cover. Really, really good. And then it got crazy. Just some fantastic back and forth. Ziggler was working the arm of Cesaro, which I thought was interesting, and then he actually played up, went for a modified version of the $1 Million Dream. Cesaro spun him around and started going for a superplex. Ziggler caught him with a guillotine into an armbar, and then Cesaro, being the fucking human horse that he is, carries him up to the top rope or the second rope, and then proceeds to do the superplex of all superplexes.
Yeah, without Ziggler's feet ever touching the ropes.
Just the sheer strength of Cesaro is something that is amazing.
And the two of us, we were marking out so hard.
We were losing.
Myself, I was like screaming.
We were losing our goddamn minds. It was amazing. It was insane. Then just kind of a quick finish where Cesaro just gets super kicked, zigzag, 1, 2, 3. So Ziggler wins 2 straight falls, which I thought was really kind of cool. For one, because it's kind of nice to see the champion be just that dominant over the champion or whatever. However, it would be nice to see Cesaro get a fall, but whatever, we're not complaining.
Right. This is one of those times. Normally, if I were to watch a 2 out of 3 falls match with Cesaro and he didn't get a fall, I'd be pissed. But this was an example of how you do it. And Ziggler, he's been a champion before. He's been the guy who's supposed to be the better of the two in the match. Not that this is the case in this one, but he's always looks weak. He's always the babyface in peril. He's always, and this finally they make Ziggler look strong.
And not to say that Cesaro didn't get his shit in, because Cesaro was being a monster. Like he hit him with the Swiss Death, he hit him with everything, and Ziggler just kept fighting through. And it was like it was the story of the match was just Cesaro getting frustrated, like how the fuck is this guy still standing?
Mm-hmm.
So it was good. It was really, really good. I give this 4 stars. Loved it. It was a little too short though. That was my one complaint. If it had been like, I would have gladly taken another 5 minutes for this match.
Yeah, that's fair. I give it 4 1/4. I love this match. I love the way both these guys worked. I personally think this is probably Ziggler's best match I've seen.
It's been a while, yeah.
I would have loved to see more, 5, maybe even 10 minutes for that last fall. But loved it.
Can we get like a 30-minute Iron Man match between these two on SmackDown or Raw or something like that?
That'd be beautiful.
That'd be awesome. That'd be fucking amazing. I mean, these two guys are workhorses. Let them go out there and have some fun. Then we had a Authority promo where they were talking to Orton backstage about using how he's pissed off at Rollins against Cena. No one cared. And speaking of things no one really cared about, we had the Bellas come out and have a match. Nikki Bella and Brie Bella had their match, which the stipulation was whoever loses becomes the other one's personal assistant for 30 days. Oh joy. That being said, the Bellas did pretty good. It wasn't a horrible match. It was actually, I'd probably call it a better than average Divas match.
I would say this is probably the best you'll ever see the Bellas. Ever.
Yeah, they actually worked pretty hard. Brie Bella did a suicide dive, which I don't think I ever would imagine her doing.
And this match was shockingly botch-free.
Yeah,
from what I remember.
They didn't have any botches. And a surprisingly clean win for Nikki Bella. So of course the heel wins, and we get to enjoy a month of those two going through the personal assistant bullshit, which is always fun in wrestling. Has that ever been good?
This is not even for wrestling. This is for the show.
Okay.
This has got to be for Total Divas.
Oh yeah. I ended up giving this 2 stars because it was not offensive in any way. So
I gave it a 1.75 stars just because I couldn't get into it. I mean, they worked hard and all that.
Yeah.
I just didn't care at all.
Okay.
But to be fair, this match was Booker T's shucky ducky quack quack moment of the night. So take that for what you.
I have no idea what that means, and I don't want to know. Moving on, we had Goldust and Stardust, not Gold and Stardust, as WWE continuously announces them as. They're not the Dust Brothers.
That's what I'm gonna call them.
No, they're not the Dust Brothers. They're Goldust and Stardust. Anyway, taking on the Usos. This match got quite a lot of time. I mean, I actually think they went a little bit too long, a little bit.
Really, I felt like the pace was so good. It almost felt like they never settled in.
Okay,
so,
that's fair. Yeah, even the heat segment was pretty good. So I guess I can agree with that. Pretty fun match though. Just nice pace. Lots of good near falls. Some cool stuff. I actually kind of enjoyed that. Like what they did. The finish was like one Uso went for a Samoan drop, and Cody Rhodes took out his knee, which had kind of been like they took out his knee before, like the Usos lead before, and like they're kind of targeting a little bit during the match. So it's kind of nice to see them play up that injury angle a little bit more. So.
It was a good match, yeah, and I like that. It was heelish, but it wasn't dirty.
Yeah, it was just like them just being very aggressive and like kind of like
picking their spots. Yeah.
So I like that, and that's what makes the Goldust and Stardust as a tag team pretty unique. I think as a heel tag team, is like they don't do underhand tactics. They just they're just more violent and more vicious.
Yeah, and it's almost like they just don't have. I don't want to say they don't have any remorse, but it's like they get a kick out of all these little things, Yeah.
I give this 3.5. Pretty fun match.
I also gave it 3.5.
All right. Moving on, we had the very first Hell in a Cell match of the night, which was John Cena taking on Randy Orton. Actually, had a pretty cool hype video for like their feud, talking about how it's been a very historic one. I guess I don't know if I would call it that, but WWE likes to play it up like it is.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah. Very slow-paced match at the first. I mean, Randy Orton controlled the most of this match, so of course it's gonna be slower than hell. Picked up quite a bit near the finish, and really got some cool spots out of it. I mean, one of my favorite parts of the match was when Cena went for his typical shoulder tackles, and Orton caught him with an RKO. I thought that was awesome.
That was great, and that was one of the first times in this match I was like, oh. That I have not seen them do.
I don't think so. Yeah, they did do the one spot where like Cena goes to the AA and Orton counters midair into an RKO, and Cole's like, I don't think I've ever seen Orton do that. It's like, you just showed him the fucking video package that Orton has done that before. It's like, god damn it, It's like I love that they want to play up the idea of like something never be, crazy, like, oh man, I've never seen that before, but it's like you actually got to make sure it's something they've never done before.
Right. Plus, I mean. You sit 6 feet from the ring. You've seen this shit before.
Anyway, some pretty cool near falls, some good spots. Actually, I like the finish quite a bit with Orton going through a table through it with an AA from Cena off the top. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Good match. Certainly seen better from both guys. I've even seen them have better matches together, I think. I gave it 3.25.
I agree with you for the most part. Like you said, it was kind of slow to start, dull. This match to me never felt important.
No,
didn't matter to me at all. Didn't seem to matter to the crowd. Just didn't have like a connection to the crowd. Even after they picked up, the match got better. It was more enjoyable, and then both guys kind of start throwing everything at each other. I mean, these guys did every single thing they could.
Yeah.
And
short of stealing their finishers like they did that one thing.
True. But I mean, each guy hit their finisher like twice, 3 times, and. Every near fall, I mean, it was good, but the crowd wasn't like, oh my god.
Wasn't losing their mind.
Right. One thing that I did want to note is that these guys, even though it wasn't the greatest, they did work pretty hard. They did try.
Yeah, they did try.
So, but it was too long too. This match
it was
long.
like 25 minutes.
No need.
Yeah. Especially when these guys have had so many matches together and we've seen it, 100,000 times.
Sure. I also gave it 3.25.
All right. Then we had probably, well, I think this was an unannounced match. It was for the U.S. title. Oh no, they did announce it in the pre-show, I guess, or whatever. Sheamus taking on The Miz. The match itself was, raw quality, nothing to write home about. The best part of this match was Damien Mizdow imitating The Miz all match. Funny as hell. I mean, that is just...
I was fighting back tears. It was so
it was just funny as hell. That was the best part of this match. The match itself, like whatever, it was, it was a basic, but Mizdow doing that was funny as hell. I'm surprised that he has made them a tag team and like had that, somehow make that a stick. I don't know.
Because one, yeah, you could make a great tag team out of the two, and then you could have an amazing feud.
Yeah.
By the end of it, because like Miz gets tired of him never helping him when he's getting his ass kicked, he's just like doing the same thing,
Something. Anyway, I give it a 2.5 just for the entertainment value.
I also give it 2.5, and most of that goes to Sandow.
Yeah, he really added an extra oomph to this.
He does Miz better than Miz.
He does. Sandow's the best part of Miz matches. Then we had a backstage segment with Nikki and Brie. No one cared.
This was horrible.
It was horrible. And just like, great, we get to sit through a fucking month of this.
She like dumped her drink on her head. It's like, oh my god, we've seen this a billion times.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on, we had U.S. versus Russia, Rusev versus Big Show again for the 20th fucking time. This actually wasn't bad. It just was the average Rusev stuff. We've seen it 1,000 times before.
Prior to the match, there was a backstage segment between Big Show and Mark Henry.
Oh yeah.
Big Show is like throwing punches and stuff, and Henry comes and gives him the pep talk, and they're gonna go get barbecue if he wins. And stuff. So, yeah.
Actually wasn't a bad match though. Rusev actually at one point suplexed the Big Show, which was like, holy shit.
That was impressive as hell.
And like we were just saying, like when was the last time we ever seen someone suplex the Big Show? I mean, like maybe Lesnar,
And he didn't seem to have that much difficulty.
No, so it's like shit, man. And then Henry comes over like figure like, oh, here comes the heel turn, and then no, it didn't happen.
No, I think he just came out to show support for that barbecue that he wanted.
Yeah. Rusev picked up a choke slam, which was kind of like, wow, that's good near fall.
That was a beast of a choke slam.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. And then Rusev just kicked Big Show in the head multiple times until Big Show fell down and put him in the accolade, and Big Show passed out. So Rusev wins again. I give it 2 stars. It was not offensive. It was a typical Rusev stuff. Again, like I think I've said at times, like Rusev has showings of like being a credible wrestler. He can sell. He has pretty good strength. He seems to be able to put together a match decently well and build to a finish. But it's just like, you don't get the reaction because like no one believes that these guys are going to beat him.
Right.
Although,
this is just inconsequential.
Yeah. So. To the crowd's credit, the crowd was pretty into it.
Yeah, they got behind it. I mean, it was an American match in Texas, so that's kind of what they were playing that up, obviously, which is smart. That's not.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. But I think. I wouldn't say I'm coming around on Rusev, but I agree with what you said with him. My problem with this match is that the Big Show has been in this business for how long, and he still cannot structure a match.
Yeah.
The fucking end. He just called for the end. Like, you didn't build up to the accolade. You just, like, were laying down and you're like, fuck it, put it on me, and then I'll just fall asleep.
Because Rusev was actually working the knee of the match, not... Oh, and like Big Show at one point did a House of Pain. That was pretty cool.
That was cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just... Big Show. Dude.
Yeah.
Killing me, bro.
I do think, like, Rusev, he was even, like, selling submission nice. It's like, you put him in the ring with someone who can actually wrestle, like maybe Cesaro, or, like, I think you should make him versus Sheamus happen. That could be a good match, I think.
Yeah, that'll probably happen after they're done doing all this U.S. shtick.
Well, I don't know. Sheamus is U.S. champion.
Yeah, unless if they want to give Rusev the belt, I can see it, but...
I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, moving on. Oh, what'd you give the match?
Oh, 2.25. This was not terrible, but nothing...
Yeah, exactly. It's typical Rusev shit.
Yeah.
We had a Dean Ambrose promo where he talked some crazy shit and made me excited for the match.
It was funny. It was good.
Ambrose is awesome.
What you'd expect.
We had Paige versus AJ for the millionth time, and it's kind of bad that it's gotten to the point where I'm now no longer excited to see these two wrestle anymore.
Yeah, and I have a slight problem with the way these two are booked. Why is it that the divas have to either be sexualized or like crazy bitches. Like, why can't there be like a normal human being that's so female?
That's one thing I loved about Paige when she first. It was like she was the anti-diva. She didn't believe in the glamour. She was just a fucking badass wrestler.
Boy, did they scrap that.
Oh yeah.
And then they stick her with what's her name, and now
Alicia
they're like
Fox.
the best buddies. Like, they completely killed that anti-diva gimmick.
Yeah, and no, and she can be on Total Diva too.
Jesus.
I know exactly.
Well, there goes.
Yeah.
There go our hope for the divas division.
Save us, Charlotte.
Yeah.
Because, you know, at least with her, it's, you know, we can get a decent match out of it because she's just so fucking good. Anyway, they had a match. It was a typical Divas match, 1.5 stars.
I can't really rate this because our feed went out and I never went back and watched it because I didn't care to.
So, NA.
I'm just going to NA that one.
Alright. Then we have the main event.
Well, we were waiting all week for. Well, we've been waiting for this match.
Yeah. I remember back at Money in the Bank, I said, man, they should put Ambrose and Rollins in a Hell in a Cell match. That'd be the feuder. That'd be awesome. And it's like, never gonna happen. And then they did. And it's like, well, it's not gonna be the main event. They're gonna put Cena and Orton in the main event, of course. Then they didn't.
Shit balls.
And so let's first tell you the story of this. We have really shitty internet here right now at Strong South Studios. Our internet decided to fucking take a dump during this match, like right before the match begins. So it's like, fuck it, stop watching, wait for the replay to be up, watch it then. 11 o'clock rolls around, or 11:30, whatever. It's like, okay, let's try watching it now. We can't because the West Coast feed is on. It's like, okay, we look online, we find one. It doesn't work. Find another one. So we're finally watching this match. Took us forever. So the match itself was good. I mean, like, they started off on the top of the set. That was awesome. You know, and kind of playing homage from the old matches. Like,
yeah.
You know, starting on top of the set, like, fully Undertaker, going through the table, like, off the side of the cage, like H.B. Shawn Michaels in the original Hell in a Cell.
Mm-hmm.
Some crazy shit. Get the stretcher job. Classic. Got in the match, and it was fucking on. It was awesome. Some crazy stuff. Elbow through a table, bucket bomb through a table, chairs. Ambrose drop kicks Rollins off through the fucking cell. It was awesome. It was what we wanted. Some cool near falls. And then Ambrose looks to be putting himself on through cinder blocks. It's like, oh man, cosmic justice. This is gonna be awesome. The lights go out. I thought for sure, like, oh, what the fuck? The stream fucked up.
Right.
Nope. It was WWE that fucked up. Because suddenly the ghostly image of something through a lantern shows up with some chanting that sounded like it came from the Paranormal Activity movies.
Mm-hmm.
And Bray Wyatt comes out of nowhere to level Ambrose, lays him out. Rollins wins 1, 2, 3. I don't have words to describe the rage I felt at that point. I wasn't angry. I didn't yell out, "What the fuck is this shit?" I just sat there dumbfounded, like, "Oh my god, they somehow found a way to once again fuck these two guys over to the point where we don't care still."
To me, I don't feel like they fucked them over. They fucked us. They fucked us over because both those guys are still going to be mega over. Wyatt's still over and all this shit. The thing is, you made us sit through months and months and months of a feud and again did not deliver. I mean, I understand some people, oh, you know, maybe they'll finish. Basically, you had a feud, you had the feud ender, and then right before the feud ended, you're like, fuck it, let's just start a new feud. Like, why should I care about this next feud if we can't depend on them to finish old feuds?
Yeah. And let me also discuss this real quick. What is the big thing that WWE always complains about? Is like, oh, we don't have anyone like John Cena. We need more stars. We need the next big thing. Here are two guys that have broke into the indies and busted their ass for years. They make a WWE, and they are basically ready to kill themselves for this company. They're ready to go out there and bust their ass and do it, whatever the WWE asks them, because they want to make a name for themselves. They want to be the John Cenas. You put them in Hell in a Cell, the most satanic structure ever in wrestling, a match that used to be like a career definer, but now has been reduced to nothing more than a monthly pay-per-view that doesn't mean shit. But somehow, some way, you have booked yourself where you can have a feud ender, you can have a classic, you can have people looking back 20 years from now and saying, my God, do you remember when Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose had that amazing feud, and then they went into Hell?
That was their breakout singles match.
Yep.
And
and they had that Hell in a Cell that was amazing, and that was when we knew that these guys were going to be the main eventers for years to come, and all that. Well, you didn't fucking have that last night. You had a typical WWE main event where once again you decided to have a fucking swervy finish, so that way we tune on Monday to find out what the fuck happened. How about for fucking once you just give us a goddamn pay-per-view main event where one guy wins, one guy loses, we all cheer, and we go the fuck home? Is it that fucking difficult? This was a feud we were built and excited for months. These were two guys we wanted to see kill each other. These two guys acted like they wanted to kill each other. It was fucking awesome, and you fucked it up because you're too stupid. You are too fucking stupid to let some guy just fucking win. You have to have a little swerve to make us like, oh my god, I didn't see that coming. Well, guess what? Nobody wanted to see it happen. Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt is going to be an awesome feud because those are two awesome wrestlers and it's going to be great and yada yada yada. I don't fucking care because I still want to see Ambrose Rollins have a fucking decisive match. One winner, one loser, clean, no bullshit. Fuck you, WWE, for ruining that feud. Suck my dick. Noah, it's your turn.
Well, I mean, how do you follow that? But I agree. I agree completely. Why? You know, you hear a lot of people say this is going to be great to see Dean Ambrose versus Wyatt. That's cool. But there is absolutely no excuse to have them feud at the expense of the Ambrose-Rollins feud finishing match. No reason for it. This spot could have happened 3 minutes later after the bell rang. It makes no sense.
Yeah. Here, let me give you another example of when a wrestling company does a new feud better than WWE. Michael, let's rewind all the way back to 2012. Michael Elgin, Kevin Steen in Toronto, Canada, for Glory by Honor. They have an amazing fucking match. It's awesome. Everyone knew that Roddy and Elgin was going to happen. Okay? They had a clean fucking finish. Elgin lost. After the match, Roddy attacks Elgin, sets the feud for next month's show. Great! Didn't hurt the fucking match. And guess what? People were still excited for that match. You can still go back and watch that Kevin Steen Michael Elgin match. It's a great match. And at the end, oh, well, then this was the setup for the next feud. Do you not understand that you can do shit after the fucking bell rings? You don't have to ruin this match that you're currently having to do a feud for the next feud. Jesus Christ, it's fucking basic goddamn wrestling booking. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, that's all right. And one other thing I want to point out is that if Seth Rollins were to lose this, he still has the Money in the Bank briefcase, so he would lose nothing in stature on the card.
Yeah.
This made no sense at all. None. No. And for anyone who says, you know, wait, down the line they're going to have their match.
Fuck you.
Why can't they have two? Cena and Orton have had, what, 300? I mean, why can't these guys have a finish now and another match later that has a different finish? Is it that hard?
Apparently to WWE it is. I give this match 3.5 because it was really, really good, and then the finish fucking ruined it. With a real finish, this could have been 4.5, 4.25, whatever. It could have been great. I'll leave it at that.
I give it 3.5. A lot of good action. There was a couple slow parts, but that was mainly just the stretcher part. It was a little slow.
Yeah.
That was prior to the match.
Yeah,
Either way, the two guys went in there and they busted their ass, and they did exactly what they were told to do, but they did it 100 times better because they went out there and they fucking cleaned house against each other, and then they had to go and get their awesome match ruined. So 3.25.
What do you give the show overall?
6.25.
I'm gonna go 6 because great opener, pretty good main event until you fucking ruined it. So if you really want to enjoy that shit match, watch up until that last second and then stop, and then you'll save yourself a lot of anger. And I gotta stop talking about this right now because I'm just gonna piss myself up more. So, thank you for joining us. Fuck you, WWE. Have a nice night.